GPT-5.3 Codex released, what IT teams should do next. In this blog post, GPT-5.3 Codex released, what IT teams should do next. We will break down what GPT-5.3 Codex is, why it matters for modern engineering teams, and the practical steps you can take to evaluate it safely and productively. High-level overview of what just changed. GPT 5.3 Codex is positioned as a more capable, faster agentic coding model, meaning it's designed not only to generate code, but to carry out multi-step software tasks that involve reasoning, tool use, and longer execution. OpenAI frames it as an evolution from a code assistant into something closer to a hands-on collaborator that can make progress while you supervise and steer. For IT professionals and tech leaders, the big implication is this. The value is no longer limited to autocomplete or single-file refactors. The promise is end-to-end workflows, triage, reproduction, patching, tests, documentation, and even deployment steps, handled with more continuity and fewer handoffs. What is GPT 5.3 Codex exactly? GPT 5.3 Codex is OpenAI's latest codex model, described as combining stronger coding performance, building on GPT 5.2 Codex with improved reasoning and professional knowledge capabilities, building on GPT 5.2 in one model. OpenAI also states it runs about 25 times faster for Codex users, due to infrastructure and inference improvements. It's available in the places you use Codex, app, CLI, IDE extension, and web for paid ChatGPT plans, with API availability described as soon. The main technology behind GPT 5.3 Codex. At the core, GPT 5.3 Codex is a large language model tuned for software engineering, but the key shift is how it's intended to be used, as an agent that can plan and execute multi-step work, not just answer prompts. 1. Agentic execution, not just chat. Agentic here means the model can run longer tasks that involve multiple steps, intermediate decisions, and tool interactions, more like a junior engineer you can direct than a single-turn Q&A bot. OpenAI highlights long-running work that can include research, tool use, and complex execution while keeping you in the loop. 2. Tool use via the Codex environment. The Codex experience is not only about the model, it's also about the execution harness around it. Isolated work areas, iterative runs, and a workflow where the agent can propose changes, run commands, tests, and report progress back to you. In practice, you should think model orchestrator. The model is the brain, the Codex app CLI IDE extension is the body that gives it safe, structured ways to interact with your code and dev tools. 3. Better performance on real engineering benchmarks. OpenAI reports GPT 5.3 Codex achieves state-of-the-art performance on SWE-Bench Pro and strong results on agentic evaluations like Terminal Bench and OS World Verified. These benchmarks aim to measure real-world software engineering capability and practical tool terminal competence, rather than toy problems. 4. Speed and efficiency improvements. OpenAI states Codex users get GPT 5.3 Codex at 25 times faster speed, attributing it to infrastructure and inference stack improvements. This matters because agentic workflows can be chatty and iterative. Latency adds up quickly when you're running a plan, execute, verify loop. What's new for developers and IT teams? More interactive steering while it works. OpenAI describes more frequent updates and the ability to interact in real time rather than waiting for a final result. Broader lifecycle coverage. Beyond writing code, OpenAI positions it for debugging, monitoring, PRDs, tests, metrics, and other professional computer work. Security posture changes. OpenAI notes strengthened cyber safeguards and classifies the model as high capability for cybersecurity-related tasks under its preparedness framework, with additional mitigations and a trusted access for CyberPilot. Practical adoption plan for real teams. Here's a straightforward rollout path that keeps value high and risk low. Step 1. Choose 2 workflows to pilot, not 10. Pick small, repeatable workflows where an agent can save time and you can measure impact. Bug reproduction, minimal fix, regression test. Dependency upgrade, build fixes, release notes, draft. Refactor one module, improve unit tests. Write or update runbooks and operational docs from existing repo knowledge. Keep the scope narrow so you learn how the agent behaves in your environment. Step 2. Define done with guardrails. Agentic coding works best when completion criteria are explicit. Before you run a task, write down what must be true. Tests that must pass, unit integration E2E, linting formatting requirements, security constraints, no secrets, no new network calls, approved libraries only. Observability updates required, logs, metrics, traces. Step 3, use a plan then act prompt pattern.
This simple structure reduces rework. The stop if tests fail line sounds basic, but it nudges the agent towards safer iteration. Step 4. Treat outputs like a junior engineer's PR. Even with better benchmarks, you still want disciplined review. Require code owner review. Require CI green. No bypasses. Use security review for auth, crypto, deserialization, file handling, and dependency changes. Step 5. Add a lightweight evaluation checklist. After each pilot task, capture. Time to first working PR. Number of human interventions. Bug rate after merge, 1 to 2 weeks. Developer sentiment. Did it reduce toil or add review burden? This makes it easier to decide whether to expand usage or keep it constrained. Where GPT 5.3 Codex can help the most. Backlog burn down. Small to medium issues that are well scoped but time-consuming. Repo modernization. Incremental refactors, test coverage improvements, and upgrade work. Operational readiness. Drafting runbooks, verifying monitoring, and clarifying deploy steps. Cross-team glue work. Turning tribal knowledge into docs and repeatable procedures. Security and governance considerations. OpenAI explicitly emphasizes cybersecurity safeguards with this release and describes additional controls and programs around defensive use. From an enterprise IT perspective, you should still do your own homework. Data handling. Confirm what code and logs are allowed to be sent to the tool in your environment. Secrets hygiene. Ensure secret scanning is enabled and pre-commit hooks are enforced. Access boundaries. Least privilege credentials for any tool runner environment. Auditability. Keep PR links, task transcripts, and CI artifacts tied together for traceability. What to tell leadership. If you're briefing a CTO or head of engineering, keep it simple. GPT 5.3 Codex is a step towards supervised software agents, not just chat-based coding help. It's most valuable when applied to repeatable workflows with clear success criteria. Adoption should be measured and dated by CI, review, and security controls. Next steps. Pick 2 pilot workflows and write success criteria. Run a 2-week trial with strict review CI gates. Measure time saved versus review overhead. Expand gradually. More repos, more teams, more complex tasks. If you'd like, we can also turn this into an internal rollout checklist, tailored to your stack: Azure, AWS, GCP, GitHub, GitLab, Kubernetes, Terraform, and your SDLC controls, so you can trial GPT 5.3 Codex without adding risk to production delivery. OpenAI Codex app for faster secure code. Automate app development with OpenAI's Codex. Claude Opus 4.6 released. What IT teams should do next. Top VS Code extensions for developers and DevOps engineers. Benefits of using GitHub Copilot coding agents.